Hello and welcome to another edition of the Ask Dr. Pickel show, where we help people with chronic health issues, chronic health conditions. So today I want to go over interesting thing about sleep and some healthy foods that possibly could help give you healthier sleep or more restorative sleep. So some good information here. All right, well, let's dive right in because food and sleep are both pretty important. I mean, we eat a certain way. Some of us sleep better than others. Some of us sleep worse than others. So the thing is, though, is getting what we would call restorative sleep, which is really, some people will say between 7, 8, maybe even 9 hours of sleep can be very important for your health. That's when your body does most of its healing, its detoxification. Lack of sleep has really been shown in many studies to be a causative factor when it comes to disease processes, immune malfunction, and especially with the immune system, very, very important. And the thing is usually when people aren't getting good sleep, they're also craving more bad things, sugars, carbs, things like that. So it kind of all goes together. So eating certain things can potentially help out on that sleep side. All right, so let's dive right in here with some of the best things. All right, so the first thing, nuts. Okay, so nuts are pretty neat. They're a great source of nutrients. Nuts are loaded with what's called phosphorus, calcium, manganese, magnesium, riboflavin, magnesium. Really, nuts can help support relaxation. These nutrients tie into healthy cortisol levels, which are important for our sleep-wake cycle and inflammation and restful sleep. And especially almonds. Almonds are a source actually of what's called melatonin. And melatonin, of course, this is our sleep hormone. So we want melatonin to be at good levels. And then also nuts are a good source of ALA, alpha linoleic acid. And alpha linoleic acid, or these good fatty acids, especially alpha linoleic, turns into what's called DHA. You've maybe heard of EPA, DHA you get from oils. Some people say like fish oils or algae oils. I, of course, prefer the algae oils. And these oils help promote the production of serotonin, neurotransmitters, which help also get you into a good sleep here. All right, so and the next thing on our list is going to be, oops, wrong thing there, herbal teas. So herbal teas can be very good, very helpful with sleep. Now, of course, it's technically not a food, but herbs, they have supporting sleep properties. There's one that you hear about a lot. It's called chamomile. You'll get chamomile tea. Chamomile contains something called apigenin, and you don't have to remember that. But that basically, this apigenin, there's these little things in our brain called receptors, little doorways, and this apigenin binds to those brain receptors, and of course, that helps promote sleep. And then there's one study that was done that found that chamomile extract, it helped people fall asleep about 15 minutes faster, and they also woke up less at night. There's even another one called passion flower, and passion flower tea seems to help increase also on GABA levels. GABA is another neurotransmitter in our brain, and GABA is also an inhibitory neurotransmitter, which helps calm and relax and helps with sleep. So it can be also good stuff there. All right, so let's go to our next one here, which actually is a food. Turkey. All right, so turkey, and a lot of times when we think of Thanksgiving or turkey, we think of, hey, I ate that turkey, and it definitely puts people to sleep many times. Now, the thing is that sleepiness that a lot of people feel after Thanksgiving, you know, a lot of it is due to their blood sugar. Usually they have a blood sugar issue. So when a person's blood sugar goes way up, you get insulin surges, and yeah, that can, falling asleep or feeling tired after meals can be a sign of high blood sugar. But now turkey also does contain the amino acid tryptophan, and which is an amino acid, and it helps with the production of serotonin. And then serotonin actually increases the production of melatonin. And of course, turkey is a good source of protein, which also has been shown to help with sleep itself. Okay, so let's go next to one that you don't think about as often is correlated with sleep. Kiwi fruit. Wow, that one kind of covers the whole screen there. Okay, so kiwi fruit, kind of interesting stuff there. This little green fruit, there was actually a study done in 2011 that found when adults consumed 2 kiwis before bed, they fell asleep 42% faster than compared to those who didn't eat the kiwis or really didn't eat anything before bed. Now, in the same study, their sleep time after eating these 2 kiwis also increased by 13%. I mean, which in a study, that's pretty big. And then, of course, there's the other potential sleep promoting effects of kiwi, because it, of course, seems to boost serotonin, which is, again, that calming hormone in the brain. And then also there's other nutrients in kiwi that can be anti-inflammatory. All right, so let's see if we can go to our next one here. Okay, so another one here, thinking, what is that, Kool-Aid? No, this is called tart cherry juice. So tart cherry juice, kind of interesting. You know, tart cherry juice, I would tend to say get it in a supplement form, so you're getting a really good source of tart cherry juice. You don't want sugar added to it, and a lot of other stuff. But one thing about tart cherry juice is it's really rich in what are called antioxidants, but also tart cherry juice is a great source of melatonin, tryptophan, and serotonin. In fact, they did a study on this stuff in 2018, and they found that when subjects drank, or when people drank 8 ounces of tart cherry juice twice a day, they slept 84 minutes longer, and they reported better sleep quality compared to the people who didn't drink the juice, of course, in the study. So tart cherry juice, interesting option there for you. And then this last one, I wasn't going to put this on here originally because I don't really recommend it, but it's one you hear about a lot and have heard about maybe for a long, long time. Not that I say you hear about it a lot, but maybe you've heard of it before. And that is warm milk. All right. So if you know me, I'm not the biggest fan of dairy. And a lot of people react to dairy. A lot of people have problems with dairy. So it's not really my universal choice because it creates, all these food reactions typically. But warm or tepid milk is a rich source of tryptophan, that same amino acid. And again, tryptophan turns into serotonin, and serotonin turns into melatonin. And so milk, they'll say, hey, you can get your calcium here, and a few other vitamins that's, you're not going to get as much out of milk as you would so many other things that can be so good for you. There's not much in there. In fact, it probably needs to even be like more real milk. Most milks you get now I call it white water. Sorry, I won't get on my milk thing here. And also, getting calcium, which supposedly milk's this good source. Again, I kind of disagree. Of course, calcium, magnesium, good for muscle relaxation. Many other sources for that. So, look more towards coconut milk, almond milk, these nut milks. These would be more better alternatives, I guess you could say, than the dairy milk. All right. So, and then, I would say too, just to add in a couple of things, getting a good night's sleep, it's not just about the food you eat. It can be, how and when and what you consume on a daily basis. If you consume a lot of sugars, a lot of carbs, a lot of caffeine, yeah, that can be a problem. And some people do better at bedtime with certain foods. I have some patients who, if they eat a protein towards bedtime, they sleep better. I have some patients, if they eat a fat or an oil before bedtime, they sleep better. I have some people who are totally different. If they eat some carb, healthy carb before bedtime, they do a lot better. So everybody's different. Also, keeping yourself hydrated, plenty of water through the day. But then, if you drink plenty of water through the day, then you don't need to drink it right at bedtime. But definitely the big side I'll see a lot of times is the caffeine side, which doesn't just come from drinking soda pop at night or coffee. That can come from, chocolate or other sources. All right. So hopefully everybody enjoyed these different foods, different things that can be done to help, hopefully, with that sleep-wake cycle. And let's see here. All right. Give a couple of shout outs to Shelly and Miriam and Sandra. All right. Well, everybody have a wonderful, wonderful day. And hopefully you got some great helpful information out of this. And God bless.